हाय फ्रेंड्स, आप लोग कैसे हैं? तो आज मैं अपना क्यूबरनेटिस का सेकंड वीडियो लेके आया हूँ, सेकंड सेशन, जो कि मिनी क्यूब इंस्टॉलेशन पे है। ठीक है। सो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग दिस सेशन आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू माई सेल्फ. माई नेम इज निर्मल शंकर एंड माई चैनल नेम इज निर्मल टेक्निकल. So before going on minikube installation on Ubuntu, actually I will show you minikube installation on Ubuntu server. So I just want to tell you some basic idea about minikube. What is minikube? So minikube is a version of a Kubernetes, and you can deploy as a Kubernetes environment on your local machine and PC using any one operating system like Mac operating system, Linux, and as well as Windows. So for me, I will show you on my Oracle VM on Ubuntu server. So basically, in Minikube, uh, you know that for cluster setup, we needed two virtual machine. One is for master and one is for worker. But Minikube is a like software, open platform software, where we need to only one node, and we can install on both master and worker both node on that uh, one machine, you can say. So we don't need to like two VMs, two virtual machine, or two server for one for worker and one for master. So here we will install both worker and master on particular one machine. So this is the main feature of minikube. So uh, moving on our lab minikube installation. So we have already installed Ubuntu 22.04 version on my PC, and actually this is not a Ubuntu server. It is also Ubuntu server, but this is a like advanced version of desktop version. So whenever you will install this desktop version, you can see it will behave like your PC, your system, because there are two type version of Ubuntu. One is for like only server base, so you can create a VM and you can create a like a terminal, and based on that you downloaded what you have downloaded like you have downloaded like a server base. Otherwise, you have downloaded a desktop version. So in desktop version, so here for me today I have downloaded desktop version. So this is about Minikube, and so for Minikube there are some prerequisites for Minikube. So minimal Ubuntu version 20.04. So there should be a minimum version for 20.04. So I have already 22.04, so it is good. And sudo privilege I will provide that root user and a stable interconnection. So it is also available. And one more thing, for minikube installation, actually for minikube we need a driver. So we can use a driver like virtual machine, VM, Oracle. Uh, I will show you what is minikube. So you can see minikube is a tool that sets up a Kubernetes environment on a local PC and desktop, and it can use on Windows, Linux, and Mac operating system. It does not run on a mobile device. Okay. So you can see it is written how does minikube work. So minikube works by setting up a Kubernetes cluster on a local machine. By default, it creates a one node cluster, but as we explained below, you can create a multi-node cluster with a minikube environment if desired. So hopefully you are getting. And minikube on a particular local machine, you can it can you can install on your operating system whatever you are using in your machine. It is for also window, it is also for linux, it is also for mac operating system. So and don't need in other kubernetes cluster. Earlier I shared with you my previous video where you have seen for Kubernetes cluster, at least we need to two node, one for master and one for worker. So here I will use only one machine, and we can install master and worker both on that machine. And next point, Minikube supports a flexible deployment mode based on the concept of drivers. Depending on the driver you choose for deployment. So before installing Minikube, we need to decide whatever we need to take a drivers. So driver may be your VMware, Oracle, Docker Nets, Docker. So your Kubernetes node. Our nodes can run in one of several ways. This inside a Docker container. These are the drivers such as a VirtualBox, Hyper-V, Parallels, depending on which host operating system you use. Directly on bare metal if your host OS supports it. Okay, so I will share with you using a Docker. Okay, hopefully you are getting what I am trying to say. For minikube installation, we need to install a minikube cluster setup using a particular one machine. No need of another machine. Means say no need of any another server for a worker node. Here minikube is like having a special quality because actually minikube is only for a learning purpose. In real time environment you cannot deploy minikube in real time environment. So and another one thing, for as a driver we will use it Docker. So now I am opening my mm, terminal. Okay, where is terminal? Yes, this is my terminal and this is the setup commands. I will fire on that machine terminal. Okay, so mm, I will close. Mm, hmm, okay, this one also. This one also. Yes. So first command I will run and this I will place super user to root. So sudo su. Okay, now I log in as root user. So first of all, I will update my Ubuntu machine. And I will download this minikube dependencies. So for minikube, we need to use these dependencies. What these dependencies? apt.transport packages and wget and curl packages. Okay, these are the packages we need to install. So before it, I would like to install also Docker because you know that here I am using driver as a Docker. So what is the command for Docker? So apt get install docker.io -y. Friends, one more thing. You guys see that I am just giving the basic concept of that definition about what about Docker, what about Kubernetes, what about Minikube. So you can read on you know that there are so many documents on Google and social media, YouTube something. I just my purpose here to share my experience with you that lab how to set up cluster and whatever I have the things with me. Just sharing with you guys and thank you. Okay, so let me check Docker version. Okay, so Docker has been installed. Control L. Docker version is 20.10.12. Now I will start this service. Systemctl start Docker. Systemctl enable Docker. Yes. If you want to know Docker status, so systemctl status and Docker. You can see here activate and running. Okay. Control L. So I will run again next command packages. Okay. Now I will download minikube binary. So it is written once this binary downloaded, copy it to path user local bin and set that executable permissible are need. So I need to execute both command. So this is for copy and second one is for executable permission. This is for copy. What I'm doing here, I'm copying this file minikube linux.mg64 where is it is going to copy user local bin. Next command. Now install kubectl. So guys, for minikube I need to also install the mini kubectl. You know that what is the role of kubectl? In previous video I told you what is the role of kubectl. So kubectl is like it is like a command level tool, command level interface tool. Whenever user want to talk to cluster, so you need to uh, connect with cluster using kubectl. Meanwhile you just fire the command, but kubectl using the help of kubectl. So kubectl, what does it? Kubectl is a command line interface tool. So copy and paste. Mm, oh, Actually, in our command, one word is missing in starting, just starting of command. There is a mention URL. I need to curl. Now it will run. Yes. Okay, so mention is once kubectl downloaded, then set the executable permissions on kubectl binary and move it to the path. So this is for permissions. I am setting that executable permissions using this command, and this is for moving command. So sudo me means moving kubectl. Where it is moving? It is moving to user local win. Paste. Good. Then next command is copy. Okay, Control L. So kubectl already installed. So if you want to see what is the kubectl version, so command kubectl version. Hmm. Cube. Hmm. Anything. Install kubectl utility. Curl command from latest version of kubectl. Let me again run this command. Cube. What is the problem? Yes. Now you can see this information might be in previous what just executed, that command was not successfully executed, might be because now it's running successfully. So this is the kubectl version. The version information decrypted and will be replaced with the output from kubectl version hyphen short. Yes, you can see kubectl client version v1 20.60 and customized version v4 5.87. Okay, Now moving on next command. So next command is cubes minikube start. Okay, this is for command minikube start hyphen hyphen driver and docker, because I have used driver as a docker, so I will run this command. Hmm. What is this problem? Minikube using the docker driver based on user configuration. If the docker driver should not be used. Okay, you guys can see here it is mentioned, here it is showing like the Docker driver should not be used with a root privilege. So I will exit from here root privilege. Let me run this command again here on without root privilege. Now what is showing here? Get permission denied with trying to connect to the Docker daemon. Okay. Now you can see it is suggestion what is going. See, guys, one more thing. Whenever we like installing any application, any software, so it is not necessary what we are following the set of commands. Always it will run in and successfully, because sometime based on the update, you might be have any error from in error in during installation. So here you can see one thing is showing here. Suggestion: add your user ID to the Docker group sudo user mode -ag docker. So let me run this command. Okay, so now again let me run that command. Hopefully this time it will run successfully. Thank you. Yes, now so friend, whenever I ran this command, so it showed here one error. Docker should driver should not be used with root privilege, because previous I was logging that with root privilege, so it was not executed successfully. So what I did, I just exit from root privilege. And as a simple user, I ran this command. So again, when I ran this command, so it triggered a issue like add your user to the Docker group sudo user, and also suggested that command. So I execute this command. What this command? This command. Add user to the Docker group. Actually, this command was saying like add your user to Docker group. So when I added my user to Docker group, okay, then again I ran this command. Now it is successfully going on till now, and let's see further what happens. Actually, it takes some time when we run that command minikube start. So minikube start actually takes some time. Why it takes some time? It is like it's some downloading the component minikube, some images, some packages, some dependencies. So many things are there. Guys, again, I want to tell you that you see here it is showing like it is Ubuntu. So there are two type of Ubuntu installation ISO file on your local machine. If you have like Windows operating system on your machine, so either you can download Ubuntu ISO file server base. So when you download the server base Ubuntu ISO file and you will create a VM using Oracle, so it will just like a terminal you can run command something. But whenever you will download a ISO file as a desktop version, there are two type of installation process. So it will reflect now whenever you will download a desktop based version, so whenever you will create a VM using that ISO file, so it will work as like this, my system like this. So it will behave as a, like a system, not based only terminal, a complete system like your PC. It will create a such environment. So I'm just saying, you guys can see creating Docker container, CPU 2, memory 22000 MB. Also, if you have high speed internet connection, so my obvious it will take less time in comparison of that slow internet connection. One more thing. So I have a speed maximum 80 to 90 Mbps. So if you have 200 and 300 Mbps, so it will be more easier to run this lab in very less time. Because for package installation it takes time. Because why it takes time? It takes time because that it fetch from that library, where as like for Docker library, Kubernetes library. So it in, because you know guys, this libraries are not available on your local machine. So that's why it pull that all the dependencies from the hub. So there should be a must be a very good internet connection. So if you have already a very good internet connection, then it will very good for you. Otherwise, you can run, but it will take time. And about minikube, guys, minikube is a GUI base. Whenever I'm showing here in terminal and command line CLI command level interface, but after successful installation of minikube, I will show you GUI base. It is a GUI base. Okay. So minikube is dashboard. It will show like graphical user interface when you check like pod, container, everything on that. I will go on that also. We have to wait until it's successfully minikube installation. Now you can see that it is generating certificates and keys. Now it's a booting up control plane. So guys, in minikube our Kubernetes for cluster setup, that is a bootstrapping control plane booting up. Meanwhile, now it's creating a cluster. A cluster, you can say, is a group of person. Simply in language, cluster is a just I'm giving example. Might be it is not a pure correct word for this, but I am trying to just sharing with you all like. In my in my opinion, like what is a cluster? So cluster is like a home where the family members live in that particular location, and they are connected to each other. So that's why cluster is a group of nodes. So cluster is like a home where the group of family members. So here it is like booting up control plane. So now it's creating an environment of a cluster. See, I will show you that particular one last sentence. Done. kubectl is now configured to use a minikube cluster and default name space by default. So machine is now minikube is successfully installed and kubectl is now configured. So here is now what it does it mean kubectl now configured. Now you can use. Okay. So I will run first command cube. Okay, let me control press L kubectl get nodes. Okay, you can see control plane minikube state is ready and 91 second just because earlier our machine is successfully installed and version is v1.25.3. Now one thing you guys are might be you are thinking that here is showing only one because I used a machine for both minikube control plane and like a master node. That machine was one because I am using in a single machine. So what is the main feature of minikube? So whenever you run that command kubectl get nodes, you will see only the cluster node. Sorry, control plane only. Not you can see here worker node. kubectl cluster hyphen info. So what is the info? kubectl cluster info. kubectl control plane running at this and to further debug and diagnose cluster perform kubectl cluster info dump. The command output very high fi. Okay, let me show you one thing what I told earlier like minikube is a GUI base. Okay, so control L kubectl get ports because we didn't create any pod here till now. So it's showing no resource found. Cube ctl get nodes. Okay, mini cube add-ons list. See, this is a minikube add-ons list. So this is add-on names. So let me show you what is the status of dashboard. Okay, so guys, you can see dashboard is now disabled. I have to enable, then I will run that command and it will show you GUI base. How it will be converting GUI based particular dashboard? So it will open a default your browser. Let's see if your set default browser is set on your machine like Google Chrome or Mozilla and Internet Explorer, whatever you have set. All either it is you have set or default set. So it will open a dashboard on that particular default browser. So I will just run that minikube dashboard. So what exactly what will it like perform? First it will enable, then it will open. So minikube control L minikube dashboard. So you can see using image Docker, verifying dashboard health, launching proxy, verifying proxy health. Mm. You can see here enabling dashboard. So when you run that command minikube dashboard, there is one another command. If you want first enable any add-ons, so a minikube enable add-ons and that add-ons name. So actually what I did, I just ran that minikube dashboard. So in this command there are two things are happening. First it will enable dashboard and then it will open, but there might be there is some issue. So what I will do, I will open one opening. It's showing a permission denied. Mm, yeah, but is not responding to use Firefox. You must first close the existing Firefox pros. Start a device or use default profile. Now go on terminal. Okay, control C. I will do one thing. Here it's showing dashboard features requires the matrix server add-on. I will fire this command first, copy because to enable all features, please run. So I will run this command first. Paste. You can see matrix server add-on is enabled. Now I will run again that command minikube dashboard. Yeah, now it's opening minikube dashboard. So friends, our today lab agenda is successfully done. Now we have successfully installed minikube earlier, and I have also shared with you how successfully we have open dashboard. Okay, so you can see in dashboard there are so many things: cron job, daemon sets, deployment jobs, pods. So you can see there is no any pods, jobs, replica set, replication controllers, stateful sets, serverless. So many things are there. And cluster role binding. So you can see cluster role binding. There are so many. There are things like storage provisioner, minikube, RBAC, systematic server, matrix system, Cube, CubeADM, kubelet, bootstrapping, and created. You also can see the time before I just created. So friends, hope you guys you have understand how to create a how to set up a minikube on your local machine using a OS. You can use. Earlier I told you that or Linux, Windows, and Mac, anyone OS you can create a minikube. And you also can see that you dashboard is now it is GUI based. Okay, you can see that minikube dashboard is GUI based. So there are so many things. So actually, if you here in terminal, if you create any pod, so it will reflect here in your dashboard here. So friends, thank you for watching this video, and please like if you think it is good for you. If you have learned something from this video, please like and subscribe my channel, Animal Technical. Thank you once again. Bye bye.